Hi, I'm Ray Grijalva.
And I'm Anne-Marie Grijalva.
And this is The Joy of the Faith. In this video, we're going to be answering the question, am I too addicted to technology? And it's a good question to ask, but to open up the video and show how we came up with this idea, Anne-Marie's going to lead us in.
So we were traveling this weekend, and when we were on our plane to go to our destination, there was a family behind us, a beautiful family with all different aged children, and there was this 1-year-old about to turn 2, just crying, constantly crying, and I turned around and talked to the mom. And
which is okay, because
absolutely,
from big families,
totally
so
fine. I
kids
was fine
cry,
with it. I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. The mom was like, yeah, he's crying because his app won't work on the plane. And so it was so sad to think that, like, it was because of an app that he was crying, and he couldn't be soothed. And so actually the woman next to me, a really sweet woman named Valeria, she even, when she found out the reason, she even took her tablet out, thinking that I guess his tablet was not powered. And so she took hers out and pulled up a game and offered it to the mom to allow her child to use. And the mom's like, sorry, that won't work. It's not the right app.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So we see, and then also next to us, there was this kid that was crying. It was funny. We got on the airport, and this kid was screaming. He had to be like 3 years old the whole time, and I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that we were sitting right next to him.
Yeah.
So we had a kid scream behind us and a kid screaming next to us, but all of a sudden he went silent.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I wonder why he's so quiet.
Yeah.
And I looked, and sure enough, he was watching like Dumbo or something like that.
Yeah.
So 2 kids that were just crying because they couldn't have their technology.
Yeah.
Which shows,
right next to us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which shows like this sad addiction to technology that we have, even starting from these young ages. And we all wonder, like, how do we become addicted to technology?
Right.
And Dr. Susan Weinschenk, who is a psychologist with over 30 years experience as a behavioral scientist, who's worked for like Walt Disney and Amazon and Walmart, all these big companies, she says it's because of dopamine. Dopamine is what's released in the brain when we find pleasure. And also, like, that's combined with muscle memory. So think about it. We get a vibration, and we check our phone.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
We do it over and over and over again.
Yep.
So it becomes habit. And then you think the iPad's a little different. But Steve Jobs, who created the iPad, wouldn't allow his own children to have an iPad in their house. He was asked one time, your kids must love the iPad. He responded, actually, we don't allow the iPad in the home. We think it is too dangerous for them in effect. And you could look that up on Forbes and everything like that. I mean, it's just crazy to see that millennials prefer, us. We prefer texting over calls. Like, communication's really shifting in an odd way. Yeah. 93% of millennials say that they will answer a text within 90 seconds.
Yep.
So it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I can definitely relate there. When I hear a ding on my phone, it's so just like tempting to go and check. But then once I'm on the phone checking, then I'm like, oh, what else can I do on here? And I literally just like, out of habit, go to like Facebook or Instagram, and I try to like stop myself when I realize, like, wait, do I need to be on this? Yeah.
But this past weekend, you did have an awesome job where you talked to Tracy.
Oh my goodness, yes. So I was getting my nails in this weekend. It was like a little mini vacation for us, and so it was so fun. I was getting pedicure and everything, and this beautiful Vietnamese woman was helping me, and I was talking to her, and I wasn't on my phone, where I could have been.
Because oftentimes you go to those nail salons, and people are just on their phone while the lady's working on it. What do I do with my time, you know? And so I started talking to her, and she was working on her English, and I think she did a really good job. But I was talking to her, and I mentioned, how Ray and I had started a YouTube channel, and I asked her if she practiced any religion or anything, and she didn't. And I asked her if she'd ever heard of like Christianity or Jesus, and she didn't seem to be familiar at all with it. And I just mentioned the YouTube channel name, and at the end of getting service, getting my nails done, she's like, what's the name of the YouTube channel again? I would love to learn. That's just so amazing. Like, what an awesome opportunity to share the faith. Because so many people, we think, oh, everyone knows who Jesus is. Yeah. But this lady hadn't.
I know. We became Facebook friends, so she'll be watching.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys might be wondering, okay, well, I'm still going to use my phone. Who cares? What difference is it going to make?
Right.
Well, what it does is it allows you to develop socially. Because we know not everyone's an extrovert and will go and say hi to all these people, but you'll be able to grow in those relationships. Because, as we made in previous videos, relationships are the most important things in life. Yeah. And if you're always on your phone, if you're always on your iPad, you aren't building those relationships.
Which can build relationships, but to an extent. Like, exactly. Are you just watching videos, or are you actually corresponding with people?
Exactly. Yeah. And just this week, we met so many awesome people because we wanted to, like, almost build that quick relationship. So, like, Eli, the awesome guy that gave me this haircut.
Yeah.
Valeria, who Anne-Marie mentioned on the plane.
Yes.
Tiago from Brazil. This lady Lourdes, who's 19 years old, and she's going to be a nun.
how awesome is that?
So cool.
Becca, who was just so adorable, and her friends, Curtis, and who actually like test drove our car with us.
Yeah.
And many other awesome people that we met this weekend.
So cool.
It's such a blessing to be able to touch lives in a little way. And that's our goal here at the Joy of the Faith, to help you live the most joyful life possible. So as hard as it is, grow in that ability to put down that phone. And
see the opportunity where you can reach out to others.
Exactly. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and God love you.
God love you.